Okay, we're back to more Girl by Moonlight. Um, we just learned about a shitty collective house full of uniformed, emotionless
Well, but
people.
fashionably uniformed. Remember,
Fashionable uniform. They got the red pocket squares. It's pretty.
they're expressing themselves. They're rebelling.
They got that cult swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, rebelling by forming orderly, regimented units of.
The master's tools. What can I say? Sorry.
So yeah, who wants to take a downtime action next?
I have a social link with Heart, but we just started with Heart, so maybe we'll
Yeah, we'll jump
leave that.
back. Yeah,
Jump back
Daniel
into
or
it.
Kira, do y'all have something you want to do?
Yeah, I want to do a social link with Daniel's character.
Yeah, best friend activities.
Yeah, best
Yes.
BFF scene.
Great.
What do we do?
I was going to ask you. That was my plan. I was to put it on you.
Do we play video games or do we skateboard?
Like arcades are totally a thing in this environment. Like,
Yeah, I think
um,
arcades are a great space to
It's
do
like
stuff.
in Japan where arcades is still like a massive happening thing.
okay.
Do you want to go to an arcade? I feel peer pressured now.
no, I'm just
Everyone's
just
going to the
throwing ideas out
arcade,
there.
guys.
I don't know. So far, all we really know about Char is she's into vocal music. So there's also music if Case is into music.
Oh yeah, Case has all the band stickers on their helmet.
Maybe
so-
Case has like a really sweet record collection
Absolutely.
and or
Yeah.
a record player at all, and I think maybe Char doesn't. So we could be listening to records at your house or something,
Yeah, and
or CDs or whatever you're listening to.
and doing something we shouldn't be like to because Case is all like, I'm a rebel, but I've been trapped in this boring job all day, so I need to drink or smoke something. I don't know. That makes sense, I think.
Bottle of soju and
Yeah.
some music.
Lying on your back, smoking weed, staring at the ceiling where you've got glow in the dark stars or some horse shit.
Yes.
Or or like sitting on your roof. It's a classic. Outside your
Yeah.
window or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what
like
if your Case lives in an apartment building or
We've
whatever.
all had this friend.
Probably
That's
not on
what
a
I'm
roof
hearing.
because we're living in like a highly urbanized area, but
I don't know where Case.
balcony.
Yeah. Yes.
legs
Let's
hanging
say
out
there's-
the window of your tiny apartment.
Is it like the window and the balcony goes into like the courtyard of like a bunch of things? So you're like looking up at the stars between all the other buildings.
Yeah, and the courtyard is really sad. It's like the plants aren't being kept up, and
Yeah, it's kind of dilapidated and
yeah, there's a shitty old pool or something, and like
from all of the windows of all of the other houses there's like the laundry hanging out on sticks that project out from all the interior walls, so it's just like this clutter of people's unmentionables and
yeah, and there's of course it looks like wires across the courtyard, right?
oh yeah, and like all of the cabling and stuff is on the exterior walls. There's all the
Yeah.
big like air conditioner units that stick out of the buildings and stuff. Yeah.
This is
So maybe
lovely.
are we on the ground level looking up, or are we out on one of these balconies?
We should be high, I think. What do you
Yeah.
think?
That's
Okay.
what the weed is for.
We're
Yeah,
double
so
high.
y'all are on this little tiny balcony listening
Yeah.
to
I
feel
think what we're doing is we've got I don't know whose idea. This was probably Case's idea, but there's a wire above us. So if we hook something onto the wire and hold onto it, we can lean way out, like with our legs on the balcony, but like we're like horizontal. Our bodies are way out, and we can look up at the sky that way.
Yeah.
Look up at the
totally.
sky through all these wires. Like there's not much sky.
yeah.
Yeah. This sounds like a really great, safe idea.
Teenage thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, Case is into it. So yeah, we're doing that, and Case is like just ranting about the day, I guess. Like, but like in a way that is like, I don't know, what does Case say? Case is like, you would not believe what they had me do on my detail today. I was in a legit sewer. I was like in a sewer, and all these cars were racing by. I thought they were going to run us over, because like, have you seen the blocks that they give you to put over the sewer so that things go around you? Like, they are not up to date. I'm pretty sure they're not safe.
I think maybe only one of us can actually do the weird hanging out thing at the same time. So I was hanging out over the courtyard while you were telling me the story, staring up at the sky,
Okay,
and I kind of like pull myself back to a more safe position.
cool.
I'm like, it's terrible. I kind of agree. And
How's
then I'm
your
like,
day?
hey, look, check it out, like your turn or whatever. And I'm like, I think they're having I think there's an argument on like floor 17 or something. Because one thing Case has noticed is Char likes to like listen to all the other like all the windows that are open. Everyone has their windows open most of the time.
Mhm.
And so a lot of what Char enjoys about this activity is like hearing all the sound coming down from the people.
Yeah, listening
Yeah.
to the lives of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Case looks up to where you're talking about, and they go, "Oh yeah, those. I think those two. I think that they're brother and sister. Actually, they have been on about groceries recently, and like whose turn it is to get the melons down from the store, and I don't boring shit."
Yeah, and Char like looks over at you and has this like kind of like weird smile on her face that she often gets. I think Char has lived this weirdly sheltered existence, like a socially sheltered. She was in this cult where everything was decided for them, and now she lives. Her aunt and uncle, I think, are wealthy, so she doesn't live in a. She lives in an apartment building, but like you don't get. There isn't noise from other people. It's all like she's in a big, nice place, but you don't. There's no input. So when she comes here, she's always. So she seems to find the story of the brothers that are arguing to be like lovely or like exciting, which I mean maybe isn't weird.
Why do you care about other people so much? You're so nosy.
I mean, I don't care about them. I just like to listen to them.
Well, we're listening to the Cramps right now, not like whatever boring ass argument is going up.
All right.
Here,
I mean,
have another sip
it's
of
pretty
the
cool.
delicious soju that you got for both of us.
Did I miss that? Or you're...
Oh, they were prompting you to have some more soju.
They like pass you the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
what do we roll?
when you share an intimate moment with someone, you describe the circumstances of like you're hanging out or whatever, and then Kira, you need to describe how your character is vulnerable in this moment.
Oh yeah. I think that Case is vulnerable. I don't know. I don't feel like Case was very vulnerable in this scene. Maybe just by being honest.
Well, and we've talked about how in this society it's like not okay to like talk about your dissatisfaction with other people, that like
Oh,
everyone's supposed to be kind of like happy with their lives and never let on that they're not, even though everyone's miserable. So like
Right.
there's a bit of like putting your neck out as far as that goes, of doing this behavior that is
Sure.
not super smiled on.
Yeah, we're listening to this like rebellious music.
Yeah, and I'm sharing this with my best friend whom I trust with this type of stuff. Not everybody gets to see this, I guess. So yeah, so that's I guess what I'm doing.
And then Daniel has the option to either share in the moment or to set boundaries, to be like, hey, no, it's not okay for us to be doing this or whatever. But it sounds like you two are both like totally down for what you're doing. And so Kira, you're going to roll an extra die because Char is into this.
Cool.
Sharing. And so then you're going to roll an appropriate action, and then Daniel will mark links on his sheet with your character that he'll be able to spend to help either you or himself during the mission.
Cool. So what was an appropriate action? Do I just pick one of my...
Yeah, pick one that you feel fits.
Thing.
And so
Express, maybe?
Yeah. Express or mm,
Confess would
Confess.
be good for just like you're just kind of blabbing about your feelings with no particular agenda. Express is good
Right.
if you're
Oh,
trying
right.
to be
Express is
like.
more like.
Express is more like, hey Char, like isn't it like, yeah, it's dumb that people argue, don't listen to them, like just listen to this music. Like that whole bit where you're trying to like convince Char to be more like you, if that's kind
Yeah.
of what it's about.
yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, so I'll roll Express and I get a +1 to that because Char is okay with that.
Yep.
And then I don't do any positioning yet, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
again, we can just skip through the position and effect stuff for
And
these.
then 1 bonus die.
Cool. So Daniel, you can write 2 links with case on your sheet.
Why is it 2 with a resultant
One.
5?
So the table is if you roll a 6, you get 3. If you roll a 4 or 5, you get 2. If you roll a 1 or 3, you get 1.
Gotcha. Cool. It's like Burning Wheel.
Yeah. And
Can I add a little bit of description at the end of that then?
yeah, for sure.
So I think the thing was you were expressing this, and I think Char like nods, takes a swig of the drink, and then like reaches over and turns up the volume on the record player that's playing was it the Cramps you're saying?
Yeah.
And then goes back and we see her lean back way out again and look up at the stars. By this time, she's not listening to any of the voices around. She's just listening to the volume cranked on this music, and she's smiling.
Cool. Case is just like jamming, like next to her.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was cute. Ash,
That's
you wanted
fair.
to have a scene where Caesar hangs out with Hart? Was that was the next
Yeah.
scene? Was that? Okay.
So I think Hart is asleep and gets woken up by like a little like click, 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 click sound, and then I let myself into your room, like in your house.
Well, I think my favorite part of this is that like Boone is a very generous friend who believes strongly in collective housing. Boone is also a friend who has a 1-bedroom apartment.
You know,
So like we just have a really big comfortable couch that is my
Yeah.
bed.
and
So
yeah,
my room
and,
is just the general room of
living
the apartment.
room. Yeah.
and like you can lock the door, but Caesar definitely knows how to pick locks.
Exactly.
Like-
yeah.
So like yeah, he lets himself in and like comes over, and I think he puts down like a styrofoam like packet of hot food, of like takeaway food or something.
Oh my god, you're trying to be a dad. It's so good.
And yeah, and he puts it down in front of you and is like I didn't see you at the cafeteria today lunch, and I thought you might be sleeping, so I sorry if I woke you up. You should probably eat something. I couldn't remember if you liked onions, so I got them just in case.
I love this awkward goblin boy.
Uh,
Oh,
anyway,
Beautiful goblin boy, I think you mean.
thank you.
yeah, and he's like, yeah, he's trying his best. And he's like, anyway, did you need any help with prepping for tomorrow's test? He says, like, just taking like onion rings out of this. Like in my head, it's like it's like gravy and onion and like some kind of like shredded meat and all of these sorts of
Oh
things.
yeah, it's that thing you get from that particular kind of like takeaway cafe where it's like they've got like the roast meat that's been sitting out for a couple of hours in the like warmy thing. Yeah, okay. Ash and I we share a cultural reference. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And so I think Hart is like finally like conscious. I was like, hey, yeah, no, it's this is cool. I had a nap at lunch. Fuck, that smells good.
I'm like, yeah. It's
And I like
big infusion.
I just like put my hand out, like put the food in my hand. I'm still waking up and my eyes aren't open yet. I'm like, give me onion ring, give to me. I like mush it in my mouth and then like manage to like, become conscious.
Did Ash
Is
freeze?
Ash frozen?
Yeah, okay, she's frozen. I was like, she is
no.
pausing for emphasis for a long time.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, hopefully this clears up.
Yeah, I was enjoying this intimate moment that we were sharing.
I mean, it's a good thing we're not all just sitting around at a table, because then when people freeze like this, it's really uncomfortable. Oh gosh, everything's ruined.
It'll be fine.
Apparently, the computer froze and I turned into a horrifying robot, and Ash will be back in 2 minutes. I'm offended, but...
Alright, well, things are really mashed up at the moment on our screen here. Let's see if it's any better over on this. No, it's still pretty bad.
We promised a cyberpunk dystopia, and we have delivered.
Yeah,
Yeah, something happened with the wires.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I did start, based on, I think last week, or last time we played, Pinterest board with some setting inspiration photos, which I posted into the Discord. So there's some pictures of external wires, and there's a street in Hong Kong where they sell birds and bird cages. It has lots of great pictures of it.
That sounds amazing. I'm going to the Discord right now to look that up.
That's
You're a
cool.
Pinterest master.
I'm in my character bio, which you should all be able to see. I am keeping notes on my investigate the darkness actions. So if we ever don't remember what the fuck it was Andrew said, I'm like keeping track of my ones at least.
Well, the good news is that it is recorded.
True.
Yeah, but like, Andrew, we don't want to have to go back and do 4 hours of rewatching the show before we do the show. Like,
You didn't rewatch all our past episodes before the show?
no. I have too many other shows to be on, Daniel.
I actually did.
I'm worried about the exponential growth part. That might make it hard eventually, but it only took me 8 hours to prep, so.
Cool. It's cool.
Can we make that birdcage image the promo image for the show? Because that's perfect.
It's pretty creepy. It's just all these empty bird cages hanging inside of a courtyard of a building.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they're wire cages, man, so it's like wires. But...
Also, someone tweeted us after last episode a bunch of great photos inspired by Hearts on a Wire.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one of them that I really liked, but I do not remember what it was.
I'm pretty into this weird tree with a million fucking wires all over it situation.
It's clearly originally from not so much a Hong Kong type place, but it still seems like the aesthetic we were going for.
I didn't realize that Hong Kong was right on the water. Like that there's a bunch of forest right there, and there's actually lots of animals right nearby the city. Like you can find snakes and lizards and stuff there.
Yeah, it's a harbor, and there's also the island on the harbor. Everything I know about Hong Kong is a setting I learned from playing a lot of Feng Shui, the role-playing game back in the day. Watching a lot of John Woo films, so.
I didn't know
that's
that.
a certain...
It's a very specific angle.
I have this image of the city, and that's it. That's all I have.
I'm back.
All right.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
I'll need to do a little bit of shuffling around here. Just
Oops. Hang on. Luke, what were we doing?
I was sleepily reaching out for an onion ring.
Oh yeah. And I was reminding you that there's a test tomorrow, and that it's probably a good idea to study, but also you've been working way too hard, and I'm trying desperately to help you out without making it obvious that I give a shit.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, and I think eventually after about 5 minutes and putting some solid the first actual hot food I had probably eaten in 36 hours in me, I'm okay, I am present and conscious and ready to engage with the world. And yeah, we get a cute little studying montage.
Yeah, and it's definitely the thing of I'm like I already know all this shit.
Yeah, no,
Right.
totally.
But I'm pretending like I'm going over it for my sake, so that like you can.
Yeah, and I totally see through it, but I'm not going to call you out on it because I know that'll make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yes, no, this is welcome. I'm not going to assert a boundary. I'm pretty chill with you just coming to my room. It's cool. We're friends.
All right. I need to work out what action this is.
Well, and Ash, I need to hear a little bit about how, like, in what way is Caesar being vulnerable here?
Yeah. I think it's like the
That
thing
I
is
know you care.
that yeah, like Caesar is trying not to be vulnerable in that he's trying not to like make it look like he cares about Hart, but at the same time, like there's this thing of like he kind of views Hart as like one of the siblings, right, along with Seb. And so like he's playing the father role, doesn't want and recognizes that like in his head there are like Hart is the middle brother that will want to that like always goes out and tries to like be the hero or be the protector or whatever, because obviously Hart is doing that for like attention and validation, obviously.
You're projecting so hard. It's beautiful.
It's anyway, so that's
So, like, all of that is super obvious then. to
that's
Hart,
really
I guess.
obvious. He's really
Yeah.
bad at like concealing his feelings. He just thinks he's good at it.
And like particularly because Hart is like the mechanics of the game tell us that Hart is like eerily good at understanding people's feelings. Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yep.
I'm like, oh, friend.
Yeah.
So you kind
I
of you
think-
tolerate him being all pushy and dad-like because you know that it would hurt his feelings.
because I
and
understand.
then-
Yeah, because I understand like where it's coming from, and I'm
That's
like,
how
yeah,
I
these.
feel about my real dad a lot of the time.
Oh yeah, same. Yep.
Andrew getting really real on their role-playing game show.
Yep.
Am I empathizing or confessing? I think I'm actually confessing.
I think you're
It,
confessing.
it feels kind of like confess.
This feels very clumsy.
Yeah.
So cool. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, I didn't have my bonus dice. Sorry, I'll roll an extra dice.
Just roll an
'cause
extra die. Yeah. Or
Please
well.
be not shit. Hey, that was
Hey!
Okay, there you go. You can
So,
have a 6.
I add
So you
I add
marked
3 links.
3 links. Yeah.
Ah, we did friendship so good.
gosh, that was a turnabout and a half.
Cool. So you two kind of bond over some greasy onion rings and meat.
Some greasy,
Yeah, it's,
delicious onion rings,
it's-
meat, gravy, and
It's
chips.
Greek Korean fusion.
It's like bulgogi and then chips and then gravy. Yeah, that sounds actually kind of delicious.
I want to eat this.
Yeah. Fucking sign me up.
Yeah. Lay it on me. Cool. So I don't think everyone's done one yet, have they? It's like Daniel, you haven't had a chance to do one.
Yeah, I still need to do one.
And then we all need to do another one.
And then Luke needs to do another one.
I'm just gonna do the 3. I'm just gonna do one of each every time, I think.
Just take the sample plate. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
God, I'm so hungry now. This is really unfair.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
Don't play games with me, Luke. Just don't do it.
Yeah, it's you will be hungry.
Because Luke makes people hungry, and I'm immune to it. So I will just wind it up.
All right, I'm gonna do a social link action with Caesar.
Cool.
So as we were discussing a little bit just during our break, no wait, I discussed this on camera, didn't I? The crushed triangle. Is this a thing? Anyway.
Oh no, we didn't discuss
We
that
didn't
on
discuss
camera.
that on air, so you should.
Okay, so yeah, so I was thinking, I noticed over our break between games that I didn't really have a strong connection with Caesar. So since Caesar, one of their roles is the object of the desire, it seemed like it made the most sense that my character had a crush on them. So Char has a crush on Caesar, which is awkward because her best friend is the forbidden love of Caesar, but only in Avatar world or whatever. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of which actually meant to ask you, Kira. Do you think you've told me about your secret identity? Do we know about the forbidden love? Is that something everyone knows about that you're
No.
okay?
That's like
Even from
the
your best friend.
secret.
I'll tell
It's
you
a
about my secret identity, but not about my crush.
Yeah, my
I-
secret.
I think you might recognize I have something going on, like some kind of crush or romantic situation, but I will not talk about it.
Okay, that's good because that means that I'm allowed to pursue it without feeling like I'm betraying my best friend.
Yeah,
Hey.
and if anything, it encourages you to deny that you see that because it doesn't map with what you want.
So yeah, I think maybe it's a scene at school, like in the cafeteria or at lunchtime. And I think we probably established in season 1, like Caesar is part of the group on missions, but the rest of the time is kind of a standoffish, like not part of our social group, right? Is that kind
Yeah,
of
he's probably got his own crew. Like, I think he probably there's probably like the cool kids that he like technically socializes with, like because he
that's all their homework?
does homework for them, and also like also like wants to maintain that like that social standing.
They're like a beard for him in a
When
lot of
he's
ways.
and he's like,
Yeah.
he represents social capital to them because of his mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that connection is valuable to them.
Yeah.
Cool. So you have this gross transactional friendship with the cool kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Great.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So I think we're probably like, I don't know, we're probably playing penis or something, like doing something like gross and like childishly masculine.
Yeah, like playing cards in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That makes the vulnerability even more clear because I think
It's gonna be painful. Do it, Daniel.
I think we see Char sitting probably alone in the cafeteria. Maybe normally sits with Case, but Case isn't here at the moment. And we see her. She's kind of staring off what seems to be into space, but then we see her. She's actually staring at Caesar and Caesar's friends. She seems to kind of like gather up her courage and also her book bag, and she kind of walks over there. And she's like, she kind of steps up adjacent to the group, like, but obviously looking at Caesar. And then it's like, Caesar, can I speak to you? Do you have a second, a minute?
Oh, hey, Charlotte, Charmaine,
Sure.
Char, yeah. What's up?
And then there's this awkward pause, and she looks over at Caesar's quote unquote friends, clearly hoping that they would not be present somehow. And then she's like, I saw that there's this lecture happening at the community center, and it's about, and she kind of blurts out this thing about there's some kind of like fancy intellectual or technical lecture happening by someone who's like, speaking about some complicated thing that Char probably isn't interested in, but thinks that Caesar will be interested in.
There's like
Maybe-
a professor visiting from the university.
Yeah, like
or
a visiting
wherever.
professor, something
Yeah.
maybe related to like Caesar's mom's field.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, and it's obvious that the end of the sentence was supposed to be, I was wondering if you wanted to go to it, but she doesn't get that part out.
Yeah, and he's like,
And she's obviously very flustered by like the presence of these other people.
he's like, I assumed that you were going to be busy because like we've got maintenance duty the next day, and you're always like preparing and shit, and like,
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very important, but this just seemed interesting.
yeah, I know most of that stuff, so like that's going to be pretty boring for me. So I wasn't planning on, like, You know,
sorry.
my
Okay, well, yeah, it's boring. That's fine. That's fine.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
She
No,
just kind of
no.
nods and starts like walking backwards.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah, no, look, I appreciate the thought. That's really thoughtful of you. But yeah, I was me and Dan were gonna do something anyway then. So anyway, I will catch you for maintenance duty.
Right. Yeah. I'll see you then.
Nice book bag, by the way.
She's already turned away by the time that compliment
This
hit.
is so
Garbage.
brutally uncomfortable.
Garbage.
And yeah, I think we just see her like the posture like hunched over and walking like out of the cafeteria, like she's gotta go somewhere else.
I have to
So it's
banish myself now.
So I think that was confess.
Totally.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think you marked some experience.
And then yeah, you'll mark 1 XP because Caesar
Now,
shut you down basically.
okay, one second, I need to find my character sheet.
Ashton rocks up rocks up and starts playing Go by Moonlight like it's Monster Hearts. Jesus.
I mean, the structure of Share an Intimate Moment is Andrew explicitly saying play this series playbook kind of like Monster Hearts.
Yeah.
Like,
So confess, I don't have any confess, so I just roll that, right?
Yeah, click on the thing.
roll
It'll roll 2d6 and take the lowest
Yeah.
for you.
Yep. No bonus dice. Sorry.
That's okay. I was specifically interested in seeing what it looked like when that happened instead.
Cool.
Giving you a chance
so-
to show that you're a jerk, you know.
Yeah. So Caesar can mark 1 link with Char.
well, yeah, because it's show don't tell, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. I have 1.
And how does so I
You
mark
had a
how does
go.
experience work? Andrew, could you
So, there is Playbook XP, which is
Right.
up at the top of the sheet, which is like your general XP for getting core abilities and transcendent abilities.
Mhm.
You can also mark any XP that you earn in a attribute, so in Moe, Tsundere, or Kudere, and that'll let you bump your action dots up.
Okay, well I'm gonna do that because that makes the most sense, I guess. So
Cool.
I just mark 1 XP next to Moe.
Sure.
Is that-
Yep.
Okay.
And so when you get to 6, you can increase one of your action dots by 1.
Cool. Just 6 more mortally embarrassing attempts to ask someone on a date, and I'm there.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
yeah.
The thing is, like, it's totally the thing of like.
It wasn't a date. Sorry, that wasn't a date. I was just
Yeah,
asking to hang out. You know, it was not a
If he'd
date.
gone
at
for the
all.
romantic option, he probably would have taken it in an attempt to be like, "Oh yeah, I have a girlfriend."
I'm
Yeah,
sure we'll get
'cause that would have been nice and good.
We're just
Yeah.
warming up. Don't worry.
I don't know how much more awkward high school bullshit I can handle in one sitting, so, you know.
Well, I don't know why.
Andrew,
you
we
did that.
literally play Monster Hearts together every like second week.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, it felt too real and too familiar. The like awkward I was gonna go to this thing and like maybe you're gonna be there and we could like okay. Just walk away backwards.
I feel like we've just
God.
learned some things about Andrew's high school experience.
It was awful, is what we learned. Who's next for downtime action?
I'm not gonna take it, but I know that I want to investigate the darkness. I'm signaling that so that people can like plan around. Because like I don't want to take another scene straight away.
I mean, if no one else has got a thing, then you should just do it.
You should do it.
All right,
Do
sure.
it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm going to sneak into the school at night.
Like gasp.
And yeah, I'm gonna go like setting up like I'm trying to work out if I'm gonna go looking through like student records, or if I'm gonna like set up some kind of like minor surveillance. Does anyone have a preference as far as like which one of those we wanna? I feel like going through student records is probably the easier one.
Student records
Yeah.
is nice and straightforward to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but who's the target? Who are you?
I mean, it's got to be Tiff, right?
Sure.
But I'm not doing it because it's the darkness. I'm doing it because like Tiff is connected to Case, and like fuck Case.
Yeah. You're digging up some dirt on Case's ex because
Yeah.
Your character's a real piece of work, Ash.
He is. Yeah. Oh, he so is.
Beautiful
Do we-
piece of work.
Do we know that we're dating each other, or do we only know that we're dating each other's avatars?
Oh,
I
we don't know
know
that. We don't know. No. You're a threat. Like Case is a threat to my masculinity.
Right.
Yeah, and whether or not, there's this like other layer of relationship, there's still this
Well, I think
clear
more accurately, Case would know because Case knows that they're the same person.
right. But Caesar doesn't know that Case
Knows.
and Love are the same person.
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah. The thing is that I think we've only seen in season 1. I think we only saw Viola once, right? Like I think in season 1, Caesar was an unlikely hero. That
Yeah, he was kind of in that space of not being one of the cool.
Yeah, and now he's in this situation where he's had this like weird experience, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on? I need to like defend my
Why
existing."
is my avatar a girl?
It's not a girl. It's just a feminine-looking guy. It's fine.
But also, the forbidden love has mostly been like flirtational at this point. Then it's kind
Yeah, it's probably there was
clear attraction, but it's not.
really like intense moment where it was like, "Oh wait, no, there's like massive chemistry here or something."
Yeah, there's
We
some
have not-
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Our avatars have not made out yet. They've just
No,
given
exactly.
each other eyes
Yeah.
across the dreamscape.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, it's not a real thing. It didn't even happen. I mean, we even saw
Exactly.
that.
Like it's not
It's
like
just a dream.
They want me-
I understand. I understand why you're mad at Case now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt your scene.
Yeah. It's good. We're learning things today.
Yeah. We're learning about what Ashton thinks boys are like, or other.
Yes.
So you're breaking into the like records office at the school.
Yeah. Yep. And it's that totally that thing of like I could hack in, but it's easier. Like Caesar knows that it's easier to just like break into the room and then like use the computer there because there's no like firewalls
Yeah.
or anything.
Of course.
Um.
Cool. So we have like this shot of you at night and like the door
Yeah.
clicking open.
Yeah, and yeah, probably like holding up like a shitty, holding up a shitty like Polaroid of like the school secretary or whatever for like facial recognition or everyone being like, blah, good password, right? And then just going through and like and being like. And like probably because he's a dickhead, tutting to himself, being like, "Oh, Tiff, what have you gotten yourself into?" Like, just being all wanky. So I think this is fine. Or analyze.
I feel like analyze because you're engaging with like a body of information and looking for. secret
Yeah,
things.
my question was whether the important part is
The act of like transgressing.
breaking in.
Yeah.
breaking in.
Cool. If you feel analyzed, that's cool.
Yeah, I
If
feel
I
like
have
the
no-
real challenge here is figuring out the meaning of all this stuff.
Cool. Excellent. No thing for like position and effect for this
Yep.
one, is there?
Yeah, you can just coast through those.
Cool. Hey.
Okay, so that gets us another two ticks,
Another 2 ticks on 0 dice.
which reaches the like first threshold, so that's good.
Yeah. Cool.
Um,
And
so-
yeah, like I totally print out like just a bunch of stuff on like dot matrix printer, like ream paper. 'Cause,
yeah,
like,
it's just like Tiff's whole file,
including like the dot matrix, like black and white picture of her.
Well, you're a creep. Oh,
Oh no, it's
sorry.
part of the file.
I also remembered that I recently patched the rules and that y'all get 1 plus your result for the investigation track, so you have an extra 2 there. Let's see. So
does that mean we're up to 7?
you're at 7, yeah.
Okay, I might do another investigate the darkness action, and we can just skip straight to a tier 2 mission.
But anyways, so the MC will describe what gave you this particular insight and reveal. Okay, cool. So, you came in here looking for. Was he looking for like a Tiff having done something bad, or just to like know more about Case through Tiff, or like?
Yeah, it's to know more about Case through Tiff, really. Like, wanted to know why they're broken up, basically, right? Like wants to know like what was the thing that like, because obviously Case fucked this up, and it's
It's obviously Case's fault.
Yeah.
And that you expect to find this in someone's permanent record at school. It's just like
he can work it out. Right? Like,
Because he's a super genius.
he's a
Andrew.
super genius. He's so smart.
he's so fucking dense.
He's got all these clever thoughts and very few feelings.
Yeah.
He's not a feelings person. Definitely a smart man.
So, there is nothing pertaining to what Caesar actually wanted to find out here. And
Yeah,
he's
no.
like racking his brain, being like, what does this all mean? But there's a photo that includes like, or not, sorry, not a photo. But like she had recently submitted like a change of address form with the school. And so her address is now this, it like points at that collective house address that we've learned about in the previous scene, which is strange to Caesar. Caesar doesn't like recognize it. Or the
Yeah, I would
neighborhood.
probably like see if any of the other people in the collective house are like also in the student records.
Yeah, so like a bunch of people at the same time
Yeah.
submitted a change of address to this place. Like all the dates line up as you're like cross-referencing this stuff. And none of them involved their parents in it.
Yeah, who signed these forms?
Yeah, everything's signed by their like guardian, who is this God, I think it's like it's clearly a made up name, like you recognize it from some like meme or something.
Yeah, like it's all signed by that boy.
But like the
They're all signed by
figure-
Pepe.
No, the figure who has signed their form is the cult leader. They're using the name of the leader of the cult, the like
Yeah, right.
of the like Char's mom version of the cult. They've like signed that person's name as being their guardian.
Yep.
Which I don't know. Can anyone think of a suitably draconian name for a person?
August.
Can we? No, can I? Not August.
What did you say, Daniel?
Nothing. I said draconian.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean Draco.
Yeah. My brain went to Elliot, but that's because of like the Saint Elliot incel thing, so it was in my head.
I feel like it should be something a little Roman sounding. For something suitably draconian, right?
Yeah. Remus.
Or Greek sounding.
Like Gaius, Tiberius.
Gaius is good.
Hector.
I like Hector. I think this person's
Yeah.
name is Hector Cross.
Yes, that's awesome.
And
That's
Luke,
nearly the name of a Pokemon.
can you do me a solid and add them to the
Put
conspiracy
them on the
chart?
Maybe in the middle.
Yep.
Somewhere.
Add
Near the
Hector
middle?
Cross.
Yep.
But like,
I know exactly where I'm gonna put them.
I assume this Hector Cross is a publicly known figure as well.
yeah,
like,
exactly. He's
public
like
face of the cult, basically.
yeah, in
kind
the
of
way that
a
cults
moon
always
figure.
have like a person.
Yeah.
He's
who's
the
a
Tom
figurehead.
Cruise or John Travolta of this cult.
Yeah, exactly.
How does he make lots of money? Is he like a medium or like a faith healer or something? Because that would be awesome. But
He writes.
Money from the cult.
He writes self-help books, right?
self-help books, of course,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He has like a book for how you can like
Self-actualize your inner
own
self-image.
energy to like heal yourself. And
Did he write the
Called
deepest?
Finding Your Place in the Machine of Life.
The deepest secret.
I like finding your place in the machine of life.
That's the subtitle.
Yeah.
It's called The Deepest Secret, :
Yeah,
Finding-
finding your place in the machine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, cool, excellent, nailed it.
So yeah, they've all signed this like ridiculous like pop celebrity cult weirdo as their guardian in establishing this collective house.
Mhm.
The school has like accepted that as a.
The school's just like, yeah, okay, that's their guardian.
That sounds legit.
Seems legit. And
Do I get to ask questions here?
yeah, you get to ask me follow-up questions as well. So is there anything in particular that you're interested in?
How many follow-up questions do I get?
2.
Cool. What is the danger here that no one else sees?
I mean, there's the really obvious one of they're living without their parents. Ooh, that's bad. But
Yeah.
Does
Other people
Cha
see
view
that
that
already.
as dangerous?
I think the thing that stands out here is because like you're a huge nerd, so presumably you're all over the internet and forums and stuff. And so yeah, like you are
I
aware
recognize
of
like just the fact that it's the cult.
yeah, like this cult thing. This guy has become like a meme in that way. So there are like photos of him like presenting copies of his books or whatever, but people like change what the book says. And
he has like the Gabe Newell status in meme, there's all of these things like him being like, oh, godly, and then like him with like a sword leading an army and like crushing the the stupid ignorant peasants that aren't part of this like cool yeah.
It's like an ironic meme too, right? Because the cult actually isn't in control anymore.
Yeah,
so-
because they're like a laughable thing. So it both makes fun of him, but then also uses him as this like straw man for and so the kind of cultural trend within that is all about they're really against people being like slovenly. Is the thing, like they're it's like an anti-scrub movement where they shit on people who like don't dress well or don't wear like collared shirts and stuff. There's this whole thing, and so I think for Caesar it's particularly stinging because you're like the target of a lot of this kind of meme stuff as being someone who wears like hoodies and doesn't dress smartly.
Yep. My other question is, how can I gain an edge over my rival?
Hold on, can we go back for a second? They don't got no scrubs.
Yeah, they don't want no scrubs.
Yeah.
Scrub.
Yeah.
About it.
Sorry.
A scrub
Sorry,
is
I
a guy who
couldn't-
can't get no love from these people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They're not crazy sexy.
Unless they join them, of course, then
Yeah.
they get all they need.
You don't want to be hanging out of your best friend's car trying to holler at these people. It's not going to end well for you. So how can you gain an edge over Case?
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty sure that if you tell them that their ex is living in this weird place,
Cult
like
house.
there's some social leverage there, right, of being the bearer of this news.
What you drove them to by breaking up with them.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that you drove them to be
Case might feel guilty about this, all that kind of stuff, and also like first, and you get to lord that over them potentially.
Yep. Cool. Well.
So yeah, that's an answer to your shitty question.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my heartache.
But yeah, it occurs to you that that no one would want to like latch onto this lifestyle or whatever without some good reason. And maybe Caesar's shitty assumption is that it's because Case broke up with them.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. So
but,
what we're saying is that I did find what I wanted to find.
I guess in the end, you know, you can color it that way.
I mean,
if you want to be a,
Caesar is
a
going to,
trash bag.
yes. Because
Right.
he's horrible.
Yeah, your character is trash. Thank you.
Look, he has to hate other people more than himself, or else, like, what's going to happen?
It's all gonna come tumbling down.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
Who's next?
Heads up for everyone. My record on my character sheet has now just turned into a general record. So in my bio and info, I'm just listing all of our gather infos and like what we learn. So if you ever need to check details, Andrew or other players,
You have the
just
like
have a look.
cork board.
Yeah, exactly. I will maintain the corkboard,
All right. Well, does someone else
Including-
want to do another?
including Daniel's excellent book title. I put that in the corkboard too.
Great.
I don't want to lose it. It's good.
I was also going to investigate the darkness, so seems like we're doing that pretty well.
Yeah, we've got as much as we would need to do a tier 1 mission.
Now
Which-
we're gonna escalate straight to rescue a victim of the conspiracy and get
No.
out of there.
That's not
Can
acceptable.
Daniel, do you have an idea for a scene? Because I have an idea for a quick scene.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Cool. I didn't want to interrupt your amazing idea because it would probably be amazing, whatever it was.
Aw. That's,
We're best friends in real life.
Oh,
that's how it works, isn't it?
I think so. I'm experiencing some bleed.
Yeah, just the bleed is strong.
We can
The
decompress.
bleed is-
the good bleed.
the bleed is- I thought it would be cool. Can you can Case have been like watching Caesar do this? This is kind of like a mini flashback where Case knows this is happening, and have an intimate scene like Case is like okay, and because Case cares about Caesar, and maybe it was innocent, maybe Case was gonna catch Caesar outside of wherever they are or wherever he is, but it ends up that they see this, and then maybe you
catch me on the way out of the school building or something.
I love
Yeah,
this. This is very
I'm
cool.
trying-
Confront him about what he's doing there so late at night.
No, because I want to set Caesar up for success.
Yeah, because there's this tension where you want to,
Yeah.
because you know the whole picture, and so you have
Yeah.
there's this part of Caesar that you have feelings for, and so yeah.
It
So
sounds
it's
like
like a
Kira's just into playing to lose, honestly. Which,
Well,
go Kira.
I do like to play to lose, that's true. But also, I'm playing an enigma. I feel like it's a sneaky enigma thing to do.
Yeah.
I love the idea of you following
100%.
Caesar as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I picked the
You're
lock
both
into the office. It's not like I locked it after myself.
you're both
Yeah.
creepers. It's like you're
Well,
meant for
maybe-
each other.
Maybe you walk outside and Case is trying to be cool and is lighting up a cigarette or something.
I was gonna say, if you get do we see the glow of the cigarette first?
Yeah, it's very anime and leaning against the lockers and in cool spiky pants or something and I don't really know how the scene will go though.
Caesar shrieks. Ah! Like,
And then tries to edit it to be like, ah,
yeah,
and make
exactly.
it sound more manly.
Yep. Yeah, he's like, oh, hey, you're not supposed to be here. It's after hours.
Look who's talking.
Yeah, that's me. What? Are you following me? That's weird. I'm not. And he hides the paper that he's printed out behind his back.
No, I just I like hanging out here at night sometimes, completely lying.
I was just here to do
I-
some vandalism.
Yeah.
Do you want to
do vandalism too?
do you want to like trash some lockers or something?
That
Like-
sounds awesome. You know, I was thinking some of your friends might be good lockers to trash because they kind of seem like trash sometimes.
I'm like,
Whoa.
oh, I should totally wreck William's locker because he totally. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, because he totally like. He was a shit to me today, and like we flash back to William being like, "Hey man, good job, bro," right? And just like broing him up, and like and yeah, and Caesar
You're
being
like,
like,
for some reason, I'm deeply resentful of this.
yeah, exactly. It's like William was being all like bullshit with me. We should fuck his locker up.
Case's eyes get wide, like they're not really, they didn't expect you to go for that in any way.
Yeah.
And and now you're like, yeah, let's do that. So Case is like shrugs and is like, well, I have like some hot blue lipstick.
Whoa. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's we should like use the lipstick to like write on his locker or something. You should do that. I think you're probably better with that. I'm just gonna I'll get some stuff out of the office.
Cool. Do that.
I'll go back that way. I'll be like 5 minutes.
Great, sounds good. And maybe Case had like I don't know how to set you up for success here. I guess I just haven't alerted you to the fact that I know what you're doing. So Case waits and like heads towards the lockers.
Yep. So I go back. I go past my locker, stash the papers, and then like come back with like I don't know the like shreddings out of like the bin in the office, and I'm like here we can like stuff this into the like top of the locker, and then it'll be full of like yeah, and like Caesar gets the shreddings, stuffs that into the top of the locker, and then like goes to the vending machine and buys an orange juice and just pours that in there as well.
Right, so everything's all like covered in sticky paper and
yeah.
Good pranks. Good pranks.
Case thinks this is amazing and like is really getting into it and is definitely like watching everything that Caesar does with I don't know, not gentleness, but
yeah, like the thing is that he's going like way overboard. Like William is ostensibly his friend.
Yeah.
Like, but like the thing is that like as soon as you were like, hey, let's use this lipstick, like it was like, oh no, I need to be like big and bombastic now. Like you can do the lipstick thing. I'm gonna do something that is way overboard.
Yeah, lipstick is for girls or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not his thing. He wouldn't like touch lipstick with his hands.
Yeah, not at all. Maybe Case will like finish doing it and then like hand Caesar the lipstick and be like, you should like write something stupid on there too. You know him better than me.
Yeah. Caesar turns bright red and writes the word gay on the
Wow.
on the thing.
How does Case react to that?
Case doesn't like that at all and is like, that's a fucked up thing to write, and it's like starts erasing it. Why would you put that down? Like of all the insults you could have put down, gay? That's not like an insult. That's like a lifestyle. It's like a way people are. What is wrong with you?
I thought we were like trashing it. I was just writing whatever. I got to be up tomorrow anyway, so like this is bullshit. And like, yeah, I'm out.
Roll dice.
What I haven't done is give you back the lipstick.
So do I roll something, I guess?
So yeah,
You roll
Kira,
with it.
you're rolling.
Here's a fun question.
I would like to
I'm
fire.
not sure whether I'm not sure whether I've established boundaries there or like totally leaned into it.
Yeah, this
Like,
is the question I have is for Ash. Like, yeah, which of those options are you? Is this the best way that Caesar was able to share the moment with Case?
I think this is as good as sharing the moment could have been.
And I think him keeping the lipstick at the end is probably a good signal for like, oh yeah, this actually.
It was more like the moment was shared and then it was ruined afterwards, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we almost
Like
got
how
into a
normal.
bro fight, which is really close to making out. So I feel like it's still
Because you know what comes after fight, fight, fight? It's kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
All I'm saying is, if when we see Viola next, she isn't wearing that lipstick, I'm going to be really disappointed.
So no boundaries were crossed.
yeah, I think you get the extra die. It sounds.
Yeah,
like.
I didn't establish.
Yeah, you
I
weren't. Caesar wasn't like, oh no, I don't do girl stuff or whatever. He didn't
Yeah.
like super shut down. So
All stuff like trashing lockers.
And I guess I am concealing, or
yeah, I think conceal is a good one because this whole moment was actually about you having followed Caesar and then being
Yeah.
like, no, it's cool. We're just actually.
Gotta
I
come
just
for
happen
it.
to be here, and now we're gonna hang out. It's fine.
Yeah, because both of them were like, "Oh well, I'm not here for the reason I say I am." Yeah.
So you're rolling conceal with a bonus die.
yeah,
Um,
there it is. Did it go?
it's just not meant to be.
No, you
So
got
Caesar gets
three.
one link.
What
With
happened?
Case.
No, okay.
So I get a
Okay.
link with Case.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
You're linked to your rival.
Yeah, this is so good. I'm so happy about it.
Yay, me too.
This is so shit.
Okay, well, let's take another quick break, and then we can try to wrap up downtime. And
Sounds good.
yeah, all right. So we'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned, folks.